What's going on, people? It's another Friday. Y'all already know. TGI Friday. Yeah, a lot of smoke, baby. It's a lot of smoke in the air. That's all I'ma say. A lot of smoke in the air, man. TGI Friday, man. I hope everybody chilling, man. Yeah, we gonna talk to y'all, man. I got the dog catcher who ready to bring that heat, man. Yeah, dog catcher said he ain't playing this time, man. Sportsbook Jeff, you already know what he brings to the table. Mr. X and O, Al York Sports. Let me just get these peoples in and then we can get started, man. Okay, what's up? Badillo in the building, man. Salute to the OG Badillo, man. As a kid, man, I always looked up to you, man. Even though you beat up my brother-in-law when you got mad at me and I got him after you and you beat him up, man. Nothing but love for you, Badillo. Suge Knight in the building. You don't want it. No, Suge, you can't be doing them appearances and then be the fuck out, dog. Don't get me wrong. I love you that you check in on your boy. But sometimes I might want you to sit down and have a beer with me, goddammit. Can you have a beer with me? Shit. Douglas Bender in the building. Easy money, you killed it, baby. You know I'm going to post that soon, baby. Yeah, let the room fill up, man, and I'm going to start, you know what I mean? Start really getting to this, man. We got a lot of smoke in the air today, man. My man, like I said, Dog Catcher's not playing around, man. Dog Catcher got a lot of heat for y'all. We going to break down the AFC, the NFC. Then I got Sportsbook Jeff ready to come on, man. All right, let me start. Okay, let's get ready to start. You know I got to start with the message of the day. I had somebody that told me they just watched the show for that. You know what? Whatever serves them, as long as he tune in, I'm happy with it, man. This goes to everybody, man. You can't build with dirt. You already know that. You need cement, you need blocks, you need metal. Dirt you can't build with. So what I'm trying to say is, stop talking shit about other people to make you look better. Because you're trying to build with dirt and it ain't going to happen. Let me give you a prime example. You at your job. You feel you deserve to get a raise and to get a higher position. But for some reason, Ernie got it. Ernie got it for some reason. You salute Ernie. You don't go to your boss and be like, yo, how you let Ernie get that? My attendance is better than Ernie. My workload is better than... No. You can't build with dirt, dog. Forget about all that. That falls under hating, man. Forget about all that. Or if your man get a diamond girl, you don't go to her and be like, yo, why are you with Tommy? No. You can't build off dirt. Take another route, ladies and gentlemen, because that shit is whack. That just shows a lot about who you really are. That you need to put dudes down to lift yourself up. And with that, let's start the show. Al York Sports. The raw truth. Shout out to Mec1. You know Mec1 got all the butter, baby. Mec1 got all the butter, baby. I lay the pancakes out and put the butter all over it. Yes, sir. No drinking and driving is the fucking law. TGI Friday, Al York Sports. And for y'all who wondering why the fuck I'm yelling, because I'm fucking excited, motherfuckers. Let's get this shit started, man. Yeah, I don't mean to start off like that, but I just can't wait, to do my real show on Friday. I mean, I do a whole bunch of other shit. Raymond Gates, you gotta wait till I do the shenanigans, baby. I know you itching to get on, my brother, but I gotta do my shenanigans first, baby. Let's start off. Go to YouTube, like, comment, share, hit the notification bell, subscribe, do what y'all doing. Appreciate Al York Sports on YouTube. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, New York City, Las Vegas, LES to the death. Nueva York. Shout out to Price Tag Entertainment. Also, shout out to I Love Money. My man, Kes One, a.k.a. the unquestionable devil guard. That's my brother. These are the hats right here. We got the beanies on deck. Let me just show y'all a few. If you guys win and you in the mood to do a beanie, just let me know. We got them on deck, especially in the East Coast. I know it's real cold. You might want to go beanie instead of hat. Just let me know, and I'll make it happen. Also, shout out to Mech One Beats. You already know my man. He does what he does. And open sessions and giveaways. Like I always tell y'all, the more, the merrier. Let me start the show, and then Dog Catcher, you come right in. We're going to start off. We got sad news this week. 82 years old, Billy Packer, long-time Final Four analysis, died. You know what I mean? He died at 82 years old. His body just kept caving in on him, and he died of kidney failures, but he had a lot of medical issues. Billy Packer, 30 years doing the Final Four. I mean, one of the best in the game, man. I mean, Dickie V, Billy Packer, you could put them all in there. I mean, salute. God bless for what he did for college basketball. Rest in power, Billy Packer. Okay, let's go to other news. My Dallas Cowboys and defensive coordinator Dan Quinn have reached an agreement for Quinn to stay another year or two. He's got an option on a year two. Now, a lot of people are wondering why Quinn didn't take a head coaching opportunity, which he had about 2 or 3. But sometimes, let me tell you something. Higher don't mean better. I want y'all to think about that. Higher does not mean better. Because you're in a higher position, it doesn't mean better. Because Quinn got it made in Dallas. Jerry Jones loves him. Everybody knows what he did as a defensive coordinator with the Legion of Boom, how he turned that team around, how he's turning the Dallas Cowboys around. So he's in a nice place right now. You know, head coaching just might not be him. I mean, I know he took Atlanta to the chip, but he lost the worst game ever with a 28-3 lead with 3 minutes in the third quarter. He might not be over that shit. No, real talk. Why mess up something good trying to get better when you already got good? Salute to Dan Quinn, man. I'm glad you stood with my Cowboys. Other news. Carolina Panthers hire head coach Frank Reich. I feel bad for Steve Wilkes. Did a great job at the end of the season. Wilkes will fortunately get work. But this is what I mean. I don't want to make this a black and white thing, guys. But how does Frank Reich get a gig and he just got fired by the coach? You know, it's hard for a brother to get some work in the NFL. That's straight up and down. Wilkes did a hell of a job from a team that was tanking, made them competitive, spanked the Tampa Bay Bucks, was handling his business, lost that big game against the Bucks to try to play for the playoff game. Came up just short. They gave it everything they had, Carolina, thanks to Steve Wilkes that put heart in that team that basically gave up. So salute to Frank Reich, who's a proven guy, great offensive coordinator with the Eagles when they won the chip and they beat the New England Patriots, and he turned Carson Wentz's career around. So maybe he could go over here and either pick up a quarterback or work with the young boy, man, because I'm saying right now, Steve Wilkes got jerked. I wish Wilkes would have got that gig, man. Hold up. Okay, he said he tried it at Arizona. Yeah, but that was the past. I'm talking about what he did now. And from my understanding, Arizona, if they don't get their guy, they might go to Wilkes. If they don't get Peyton, I heard they might go to Wilkes. Other news. Let's go to the diamond. Lefty pitcher Jeffrey Springs became the first of 33 players who exchanged proposed arbitration salaries with their teams. So now he reached a deal. He signed a 4-year extension for 31 M's to stay with the Tampa Bay Rays. And it's good to see the Rays are able to keep players, because I was tired of every year, every time a guy's get, good and he's eligible to get the bag, Tampa can never re-sign nobody. And from my understanding, they already re-signed about 2-3 cats. Salute to the Rays, who came a long way. Other news. Bill O'Brien, I guess they ain't got enough in New England. Kind of remind me of Billy Martin and George Steinbrenner. They had about 2 or 3 comebacks. Billy's back and all that. O'Brien decided to go back, leave Alabama, go back with the Patriots and help out Bill Belichick. who really needs Bill O'Brien if they want to get that engine running back in New England. And salute to O'Brien, man. You know, he went back, and obviously he's a good coordinator, not a good head coach, but a really good coordinator. And hopefully he can get New England's engine running again. Because Belichick obviously is getting old. He can't do it all by himself. Other news. I'm pretty sure everybody knows Tony Pollard broke his leg against the Frisco Niners last week. I just wanted to put that out there. A lot of people were saying they thought it was a high ankle sprain. No, broke his leg. All right, big dog, you can come in now. And it's official. Patrick Maholmes will start this Sunday. We all knew that, but it's confirmed by Andy Reid, so it's no question that Mahomes is in. Salute to Roy White. Salute to El Nanny, Xavier, everybody that's tapping in. Salute to everybody, man. All right, let me get my dog in here, then we're going to start this. Just want to make sure he can hear me. Nobody go nowhere, man. Got a lot of smoke, man. What's up, big dog?
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can't hardly hear you, and I got my thing on blast, so I would highly recommend you could put it louder on your side, brother.
You should be able to hear me now.
You know what? I'm going to have to do the earpieces. Yeah, because last week I heard everybody clearly, but this time it's going low again. So let me see if I can hear you here a little better.
You loud as hell.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, what's going on? First thing first, happy birthday, brother.
Appreciate it, big dog.
Yo, we getting older, are we?
Man, I'm getting the grays in my shit now. They coming all up in here now, man.
Right.
We getting older.
Yeah, you're going to be a grandfather before you know it. I'm not hoping that. But it's going to be before you know it, though. I promise you that. But, okay, let's get started, big dog. Huge weekend for the NFL. You already know.
Oh, yeah.
We're not giving out games. I'm just going to ask you what individual teams have to do to move on. We're going to start off with Sunday's first game, the 13-4 San Francisco 49ers traveling to Philadelphia versus the 14-5 Eagles. Niners are 5-3 on the road. The Eagles are 7-2 at home. The line is -2.5 for the Eagles. 46 is your over-under. I'm going to ask you, each side, we try to get through it real quick, and then we move on. What do the Niners have to do to move on?
I believe the Niners got to strike first because they got to run the ball. That's what they do. So if they get behind and they got to throw the ball with Purdy on the road, I think they might have some trouble. But if they strike first and depend on them Hogs and McCaffrey and play action every now and again, I think they can go in there and steal one.
Would you call it steal? I think it's an even game.
I say steal just because they're the road team. And
okay.
And
they are the slight underdog. They are a slight underdog.
Yeah, so I say they steal it.
Okay.
I say it's like steal.
Okay, I'm going to ask myself the same question. I'm going to make it quick. First of all, Frisco's got to stop that heavy run. Eagles got a heavy running attack. They got some bulldogs in the trenches. And see, the thing about Philly that a lot of people underestimate, not only they got big mans on the line, big dog, but they move. If you see a lot of them, they be shifting a lot. And them big bodies get to the spot. Am I lying or not?
You ain't lying. That zone read, too. That fucking zone read.
That. See, but if anybody in the NFL can stop this zone read right here, I think the Frisco Niners, man, led by Fred Warner. Them guys can ball out. Bosa's out there. Mosley out there. You got Fred Warner. They going to have to hit these boys hard. Especially
early.
They got to hurt Jalen. If they can hurt Jalen, then you on your way. But if they don't get to Jalen and he seems to be doing what he wants to do, it might be a long day for the 49ers. I'm telling you right now. They got to make Jalen beat them in the air, which is possible. And the Frisco side, they got to get some kind of a running attack going to give Purdy any chance. So that's it right there. We're not gonna give the plays. That's on the free play segment.
That's cool.
Okay, now we're gonna go to game number 2, big dog. 12-4 Cincinnati Bengals, 6-3 on the road, versus 14-3 Kansas City Chiefs, 7-1 at home. The line is 1. You get 1.5. You got Pick'em in some places. Bottom line, the Chiefs are slightly favorite. 47 is the total. What do the Bengals have to do to beat the Chiefs for a 4th consecutive time?
I say the Bengals, what they got to do, well, they've been winning. They got to continue to do what they've been doing. Hang around and make a push at the end of the game, because the last 3 times that they played, the win probability has been 75% in favor of the Chiefs. Okay, and Burrow stole all 3 games in the 4th quarter.
Facts. So
if they want to win again, I say they do exactly what they've been doing. Hang around. They like to throw the ball. So if they can cause Chiefs to throw the ball, then they take them out of their game. And if they take them out of their game, you got the Bengals. They got their last shot at the crack at the game at the end of the game, and they go steal it. That's the best way they can do it, because the last 3 times they won is whoever's had the ball last won the game.
Right. So basically what you're saying is the Bengals just got to stay in the game.
Stay in the game. They got to stay in the game late.
Joe Burrow proved he's a better closer against Patrick Maholmes. That's obvious, because 3 straight games he closed out and Mahomes did it.
That's right.
Right or wrong?
That's right.
And it ain't that Mahomes didn't have his opportunities, because he had his opportunities to get 7 and they end up getting 3s. I remember a few of those games.
Right.
Last year in particular, in the championship game also. And not to mention, they messed up that first half score, throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill with no time, and that came huge to hurt them.
It cost them points.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge. Okay, so I'm going to go Kansas City. Kansas City definitely has to capitalize on that weak offensive line. They have to expose them 3 big guys that are not there. Now, I'm hearing one might come back. I don't know. I haven't heard the late news on that yet. But they have to expose them 3 individuals, which Buffalo was unable to do last week. Unable.
Most definitely.
I mean, Buffalo was unable to do a lot of shit.
They couldn't do shit.
But they couldn't expose that. Now, one thing about Cincinnati, what scares me about Cincinnati, if I had to compare them to a boxer, and I know it might be a little off for some people, but get my point. Nobody makes in-game adjustments like Cincinnati. Reminds me of a Floyd Mayweather in boxing. Floyd can take any style and flip it on you. Am I lying or not?
That's right.
And that's what Cincinnati does. They flip. They. Joe Burrow said the other day, a lot of times we go into a game with not such a strong game plan. That's why they always behind, dog. Because they make their adjustments, in-game adjustments, halftime adjustments. And when they do that, it's when they figure your ass out, then you give the ball to Joe Cool, and the rest is history. So if you Kansas City, you want to run them out of Arrowhead Stadium. You want to get up 28-10 and keep your foot on their fucking neck. Am I lying, big dog?
You ain't lying. Don't give them an inch.
You can't. And my man Jeff told me today that they running their mouth in Cincinnati. So they giving these guys a whole bunch of chalkboard.
That's crazy.
Oh, they calling it Burrowhead Stadium or some shit.
That's suicide.
Instead of Arrowhead, Burrowhead. You know
crazy,
you can't do that, big dog.
You can't do that to Pat Mahomes.
You can't do that to Andy Reid.
That's right.
Andy gonna make them pay for that. If they're up 20 late, we gonna get another touchdown on them for running their fucking mouth. Real quick, dog. I mean, what's your take on the Kansas City? Then I got one more thing for you. We got approximately about 9 minutes, so I want to get you at least all the way to 30. And I know you got some things to do with your son. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. As far as Kansas City, to me, for them to win the game, they can't do what Buffalo did. Try to shoot out with them. I know they like to throw the ball. I know it's Pat Maholmes and all that shit. The way you beat Cincinnati is you run the fucking ball. That's why Cincinnati has problems with Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cleveland.
Great point. I like that.
They run the fucking ball. So if Pacheco has a big game, it's gonna be a long night. And I think Andy Reid gonna go old school, and he gonna open up the playbook and just run the fucking ball. And that's how you beat the Bengals. You got to make it ugly. You got to make it nasty. You got to make it like what they used to.
Right. And my boy, Sportsbook Jeff made a great point. He actually got me off a prop bet. He said, Al, they're gonna be all over Kelsey. The Bengals are gonna be all over Kelsey. So if you got anything with Kelsey, you don't want to mess with it because you already know they're gonna be all over him, unlike Jacksonville.
For sure.
So that was great. But the thing with Kansas City, Juju, Tony, McKinnon. I don't know if Harmon's playing. Bright. I mean, they got so many other weapons, dog.
They do.
So many other weapons. Not to mention, see, that's the thing, though. I don't know how good Patrick Mahomes is. He walked out of a conference meeting with no boot, no nothing. He didn't even have a limp. So if he's that good, unless he's trying to decoy motherfuckers, if Mahomes could get that put his head down and run for 15 yards, if he could add that to the game,
with the under shit, with the run around under pitch.
Yeah, the no look and all that.
Shit. But I think what they was talking about today is they said that they really won't know how good he is until they get out on the field on Sunday. They said he a little shaky today, but that might be just the news. But
they're gonna tape him up, shoot him in his ass, and he's gonna be good for those 4 hours.
Put him.
Trust me, I tell you, unless Cincinnati step on that motherfucker purposely.
Right. They're gonna try.
And that's possible.
That's why I think they're gonna run the ball. Don't give him that much time to be back there fucking around.
Right.
You run the ball, you can't get him. Can't get him hurt like that.
And they do got a running game, although they lack a bruiser. They do lack a bruiser, but they do got a somewhat running. Though. No, Pacheco's an animal, but he's not big though. He remind me of Mark Ingram and them little tough running backs the Saints used to have. Deuce McAllister. Not a real big guy, but tough as nails.
But he coming.
No,
coming though.
Pacheco's tough, but I just don't think he's not going to run all over Cincinnati. But I think he's going to keep them honest. McKinnon's got to get business. Draw plays, screen plays. McKinnon's a big player for them. Did work, with Minnesota. Got hurt with Frisco. But now he found himself again with KC. Should play a big part in this ball game. Okay, big dogs. Let's go real quick. I gotta get your opinion. I know you've seen it posted on my page. Choose one and why. Uncle Drew, Dame Dollars. Choose one and why. I already heard you, but I want you to explain why. I know who you took, but I need you to explain why.
I gotta go Kyrie Irving. Just because, I know Dame makes big shots, the highlight shots from anywhere on the court. He's tough to guard, top 5 PGs in the league. But Kyrie just different. Kyrie finishes in the lane over footers like no other. Like he gives the excitement to the crowd. I mean, he can score when he wants to. I really think he can really score when he wants to. He just chooses to pass the ball. Like the little 8-10 jump shot. He makes that shit all.
A lot of little alley-oops that he could have just took up himself.
Man, and then, he did beat arguably one of the best teams to ever do it, which was the Warriors.
Game 7. He took the last shot.
Big shot.
You got to encounter that.
I watched him the other day play against Curry, beat him again
Right.
without Durant. Came back and beat him again. Like he's just different. He brings fear to the league. Nobody,
Yeah.
he's well respected. Nobody really want none of that. Now, as far as Dame can ball. He just ain't proven. He ain't proven on that championship level yet.
Right. Well, Sportsbook Jeff, I'm going to also ask him the same question. He got some real good information. You might want to watch the replay because I know you got to run out, but he's got some good shit. He told me earlier. I was liking what he was saying. But I'm also leaning on Uncle Drew only because I think he's just more versatile at the point guard. I think
Oh yeah.
he could do more. That's not to say that Dame can't dribble, break you off the dribble, but I just think Kyrie could do that. And I seen Kyrie team down 7-6 points, pull up on 3 on 2 cats, a big and a guard, and it's nothing but water, giving me the +7 all day. I mean,
You
this
know what I'm
guy is
saying?
money, dog.
That motherfucker
Money.
covered that motherfucker.
Dog, this guy's money.
Yeah.
You see what he did in Philly. You know I ain't lying.
You saw
Go
it?
to the Philly
Oh yeah.
shit.
Oh
Motherfuckers
yeah.
down 7-8 point, air like 6.5. Water like
Don't
2
matter.
threes, like it was nothing.
Don't
Like
matter.
it was nothing.
Playing hard.
And the thing with Kyrie, everybody flooded with this off the court, tactics and stuff. But I try to tell people I get that, but we're talking hardwood. We're not talking off the court hardwood.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to lean on Uncle Drew.
Yeah,
Any last words, dogs?
Oh no, all good, man. Appreciate your time and doing your thing. Oh, and me and Gambino, we still on.
Oh yeah, that's very important. So you and Gambino, I gotta hear. Tell Gambino he's gotta call me because I don't want to hear. Yo, I didn't confirm with you. I don't want to hear nothing. Tell him to call me to confirm. I confirm with you. I want him to confirm.
Oh yeah, he said he's gonna do it early next week or whatever and confirm with you. And
okay.
I got the AFC, he got the NFC.
Yeah, let me make it clear. They doing a best man. Whoever wins in the AFC, dog catcher wins. Whoever wins in the NFC, Gambino wins. And y'all did this a couple years ago. I can't talk about for what, but wow, what a fucking game and what an ending on that. That was lovely. But Big Dog, go ahead, run out, handle your birthday. Happy birthday. Salute to you and your little man. And much love, Big Dog.
Appreciate it.
Okay, dog catcher, baby. Jeff Gerson, wherever you at, I'm waiting for you. Yeah, that's my man, the dog catcher. I can't say he ain't bring the A game. A game was in. Let me get my man, Sportsbook Jeff in the building. Give me a minute, guys. What up, Jeff?
What's happening?
What's going down? I see you was tuning in, putting in a lot of stuff, but it's hard for me to really see the word and with all these lights on me, so I kind of have to wait for later. So real quick, Jeff, you know what? Let's start the Dame Dash since I'm already on it. Then we'll go to the other topics. Choose one and why. Kyrie Irving, Dame Dash. Let's knock this out. I want to hear your perspective, and then we'll move on.
Well, let's just keep it simple, okay? You already know that I'd take Damian Lillard over Kyrie. And there's many reasons why. First of all, Kyrie has never even made the playoffs on a team that he didn't have LeBron, Durant, Tatum, or anybody else on. Before LeBron came back to Miami, there's about, 4 or 5 years that he was down in Miami. They did absolutely nothing, okay? He comes back, he wins. He leaves again. He loses again. He goes to Boston. He still doesn't win in Boston. And he still hasn't won with Brooklyn, okay? Damian has not had even close to the talent that Kyrie's had around him, but Damian has gone to a Western Conference final, okay, where he was the lead player.
Right.
So if you want to compare
him and CJ, but go ahead.
Right. But I mean, you can say he had Love out in Cleveland. So I mean, it's a big wash between CJ and Love. So the point of the matter is that Damian on his own has done more. Now, if you flip-flopped him and you put Kyrie out in Portland for all these years, and you put Damian in Kyrie's spot, okay, would Lillard won a championship? Would Lillard have won more than one championship? And the answer to that is yes, because Lillard doesn't sit there and get his teammates all pissed off at him with all the shenanigans he runs.
Facts.
So that's the first thing, okay? Second thing is Lillard hasn't had to go inside and drive the lane. But I've seen Lillard dunk. Lillard can go in and dunk better than Kyrie can. So to say he can't go to the basket like Kyrie can is still not.
No,
not
we're
true at
not.
all.
We're not
So-
saying that. I just
No,
think
no,
that
no,
Kyrie.
no.
I think Kyrie does it better. That's not to say that Dollars can't do it. I didn't say that. What I said was that Kyrie does it better. He breaks his man better. Those are facts. You can look at YouTube and see how they break their man off.
Kyrie, the only thing he's clear cut better than Damian is on the defensive side of the ball. He plays stronger defense
And a way better handle. You can't forget the handle.
But in terms of shooting, it's not even close. Okay,
I don't know, man.
it's not.
Kyrie's been working on that. Now I know I know Damon Dash. I understand he a pure shooter, Dame Dollars. I understand that. But that doesn't mean Kyrie can't shoot, dog. I mean, Kyrie's money. If you look in his Brooklyn game, but I'm gonna use what you said though. Small sample size. You're right. His whole career, he hasn't been all money. Though he hit the biggest shot, Game 7, last shot of the game. You know, it wasn't the last seconds, but it was the last shot.
It was uncontested.
I don't know, but it was uncontested because he broke Curry. You can't be mad because he broke Curry up.
Steve Kerr hit that shot. John Paxson hit that shot.
No, that's different. Those were set-up shots. Kyrie broke Curry. You can't be mad at that. Just like when Iverson crossed over Jordan was falling down, and Iverson hit that jump shot. You can't say he was all by himself. He made that happen.
Okay, let me give you another question. If Kyrie's better than Damian, how come no teams tried to make him the alpha and build around Kyrie? But they have.
Because he's a problem child. He's a problem child. We all know that.
But we have a lot of problem child.
Nah, but Kyrie rubs a lot of people wrong. I respect what he did the last time. He stood up for himself. But even me respecting it, a lot of NBA analysts, owners, they didn't like that shit.
Right.
You didn't like it because you felt it caused too much disturbance. But I get it. But listen, I got to respect the man. He rolled with what he rolls with, bro.
Don't forget, before Kyrie became Kyrie with all this nonsense, he was in Cleveland during those years before LeBron. They tried building him as the alpha, and they got nowhere. So let me
tell you something. I could support your actions. What he had in Boston, how do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up? You got Brown, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, you know what I'm saying, Tatum. How do you mess that up with Kyrie Irving? I've been mad at Kyrie, but what he does on the court when his head is dialed in, that guy is one of the best pound-for-pound players on the court. I seen it. Nobody has to tell me. Nobody has to show me. I watched the game over 40 years. I know when I know something. Kyrie's one of the best pound-for-pound. Also, Damian Lillard. I'm not saying Lillard ain't. This is a great comparison. This is why I made it. It ain't no wrong and no right answers, Jeff. Both of these guys are
I give you another question.
Yeah.
If you brought each of these guys' names up and you asked 100 people on the street, okay, what do you think the first thing they say? When they bring up Damian Lillard, say, great shooter. You bring up Kyrie Irving, they're going to say ignorant. That's what they're
I don't know about that. Depend what street you go to. Let's say if you go to like Hollywood, maybe, but if you go to the hood, they're going to say Kyrie Irving because everybody know he got the sickest handle. I mean, everybody know that. You know what I mean? But listen, I don't want to overkill. We hit it with Big Dog. We hit it with you. Let's move on. We're going to the NFL. I'm going to name you two individuals. I'm going to start off with A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to give you 1, 2, or 3. Does Aaron Rodgers, one, stay with the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau? Two, does he retire? Or three, does he go elsewhere, and with whom you think would be the best fit for him? Take over.
Well, let's look at this from a different angle. Since the time ticked off the clock in the Detroit Lions season finale, what do we know? Well, one, we know he put his arm around Randall Cobb and paraded around the stadium like it was last time ever playing in Lambeau. That's
definitely looked like that.
Two, we've had Rodgers come out and kind of start a feud that wasn't there again. Three, we've had the Packers come out and kind of mention there's a possibility they could trade Aaron Rodgers this offseason. Four, the Jets went out of their way to hire Nathaniel Hackett as their offensive coordinator, which I don't even know if Nathaniel Hackett knows that he plays even, after what we've seen out in Denver. When you add all this up, to me, it's obvious choice number three. I think Rodgers' time in Green Bay's gone. They have to make a decision on the young buck, okay, if they're going to give him and guarantee that fifth year, okay. I think Green Bay knows they're not going to no ship. They can make the playoffs, but they're not ship ready. I think that you're going to see the Jets step up and make the trade for Rodgers. They still got their young buck in there that can learn something from Rodgers, okay, because he's going to be going his third year. So if Rodgers plays 2 more years, it gives him a chance to learn from one of the best. So I think that you're going to see Aaron Rodgers go to the New York Football Jets.
Okay, now real quick, and when I say real quick, that doesn't mean 5 minutes, Jeff. That's 5 minutes for you is real quick. I need 1 minute. What is it going to cost the Jets to get A-Rod to go to the New York Jets?
Well, you know the Packers are going to want at least 2 number 1 draft picks, right? Okay, but I mean, you got a guy that can retire after 1 year, but still owe about $108 million still left in that contract. I don't know if you're going to get 2 first-round draft picks. So I think in the end, I think they sell for something like a first-round draft pick and a third.
How about if he guarantees a 3-year deal? Let's say he signs the dotted line, barring injury. Do you give up 2 number 1s for him? I will.
Well, I mean, I think that's the difference there. The problem is that you have a salary cap to worry about. Now, the Jets got a lot of money under the salary cap, but they still have a few pieces they need to come in with. They still need to upgrade the offensive line. They still need to probably get another alpha receiver for Rodgers, maybe even a tight end that's more dependable. Okay. But they still got a few pieces. So I think that the first and the third is probably a fair price for the Jets to pay to get Rodgers.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree. I can see him if he moves. I can see him in Vegas. I mean, it's not only Devontae Adams. I mean, of course, that has a lot to do with it. The thing with Vegas, though, can they make him fit under the cap? I mean, they don't really have that many draft choices. Can they make that happen? See, the outside's what messes it up for Vegas, but I think they really want to make the biggest push to bring in Aaron Rodgers because they definitely need a quarterback. After what they went through with Carr, not that Carr was the worst thing because we've seen worse quarterbacks than Derek Carr, but they want a guy there. They want like a guy that could compete with Maholmes for the next 2-3 years. And Herbert.
Here's the reason why it's not going to happen to Vegas. Okay? You got A, the 7th pick in the draft. B, Tom Brady's a free agent. So you can sign Tom Brady without giving any draft capital up. And 2, you're close enough to the top of the draft to trade up to get your guy for the future for 10, 12, 15 years. So Aaron Rodgers, to give up all that draft capital for 2 years and then you're rebuilding again after that point in time, I think that's the least options appealing what the Raiders are trying to do. I think you see the Raiders trade up to number 1, or you see them sign Tom Brady and then use their resources to bring more talent in. They still have to re-sign Jacobs.
Right. I think Brady makes the most sense. Multiple reasons. Brady's not going to try to kill him. He'll give him, Brady's not a type. He don't want 50 M's. Brady will go over there, give him a deal, something that's, good enough for him, the rate of what's going on for a quarterback like him, maybe 2 years. But, of course, he's going to have to get Gronk to want to follow him. They already got Wall over there. I don't know if Wall is signed, but Moreau, I don't know if he signed. But he's going to want to bring Gronk with him. They got McDaniel over there, so that might be a possibility there. So
And
I
they
like that.
still have to upgrade that offensive line.
Oh,
It's
no doubt about
level.
that. You could do that via draft. That's when you use the draft.
And the defense, right.
Yeah, that's what you use the draft picks for. So I agree with you. Brady going over there makes a lot more sense than the Raiders. And you answered my second question. My second question was the Tom Brady situation. You already answered it. He's leaving, correct?
He's going to leave, and it's one of two places. He's really going to the Raiders because it makes the most sense for him. He made that offense that McDaniels has. That's his offense. He's comfortable in the system, obviously. It's his offense. He's comfortable with McDaniels. Or he's going to Miami because he had his kids down there this week looking at private school. That's where Giselle is. So it's one or the other.
Got you. Okay, so let's move on to another topic. We're going to stay in football. Crying out loud, Jeff Gerson's the GM for the Chicago Bears, who have the number 1 overall pick in this NFL draft. 2 questions I got for you. If you the Bears, do you get the best guy available, or you trade that pick for multiple picks? Talk to us.
It's actually loaded. The first question is loaded because I think you can still do that if the answer is yes to question 2. If I'm Ryan Pace and I'm the GM for the Bears, I'm getting the Colts and the Texans into a war. I mean, obviously you have the Raiders and the Carolina and some of the other ones involved, but you want specifically the Texans and the Colts involved in a war to get that first pick, so they can choose a quarterback of their liking. What I would then do is, no matter what happens, I make the trade with the Houston Texans, and here's why. I'm going to pick up an enormous amount of picks. I'm probably going to get out the Texans a first, second, and third this year, and probably a first and second next year to move down to number 2. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it all over again. I'm going to say, okay, I've got, all these people calling me. The Raiders are calling me for the second pick. Colts, what do you want to do? And I want to make that second trade also with the Colts. So I'm going to get not 1 package of draft picks. I'm going to get me 2 to move down to number 4. And to guess what? I'm getting one of the 2 players I want anyway. And the defensive end from Alabama or Mr. Carter from Georgia.
Right.
So basically, I'm getting the player I want, and I'm picking up about 4 or 5 number 1s, 2 or 3 2s, and 3 3s.
But that's if the Texans, trade that, that number 2, you know what I'm saying, to try to get the number 1 with a package. I personally think you got Bryce Young, you got Stout, Stroud. I think either or would be good for the Texans. But like you said, if they want Bryce Young and they think that the Bears are going to trade that pick and somebody else is going to get him, if they targeted him, then I can see what you're saying happening. But to me, I think any of those 2 young boys would fit with the Houston Texans.
Well, we've talked about the quarterbacks, and no matter how well Young's done in college, I look at Young as another Kyler Murray, undersized, who doesn't run as well as Murray, okay? He probably throws a little bit more consistent than Murray, but it's a similar situation. Can a guy see over the line? First, you got C.J. Stroud, okay, who to me should be the target, okay? He's got the height. He proved he can run when necessary. I think he's the one you want to go get.
You tell me Texans wanted Bryce Young?
They do. That's why you need to sell the Texans, if you're the Bears, that, hey, people want to trade up to get Bryce Young. So they make them make sure they get that trade. That's why Lovie Smith was fired, because they wanted to lose that game, and Lovie refused to lose it, went for 2, lost the game. That was his big fuck you to the Texans.
Right. I don't know. I don't think they're going to trade up 2-1 with two good quarterbacks just sitting there. I see what you're trying to say. When you want your guy, you got to do whatever you got to do to get your guy. But I think either or are going to be decent NFL quarterbacks.
There is a precedent. I mean, you got the 49ers with the Trey Lance situation. You got the Bears with Mitchell Trubisky. We've got precedent.
No, I know that. I know that. That can happen with anybody, though.
And you got the Texans.
I mean, you could go back. You could go back. Ranovich. I mean, so many guys. I mean, so many quarterbacks that were busts. You know what I'm saying?
If you want your guy, the only way you're going to get him is from that number one spot. You got a hot commodity if you're the Bears, and knowing that you can trade down and still get you can trade down even twice and still get your guy. And let's say that second go around they trade with the Raiders or Carolina. Well, guess what? You're still going to go down at that range. You could probably pick up the best offensive lineman in the draft, the kid out of Northwestern. Okay, and there's a lot of tackles out there.
Right.
Or you've got a couple guys from Clemson on the defensive line that are very young. One's under the age of 21. They could be better than both these guys eventually.
All I'm saying, the Bears better not strike out with this. Now, let me ask you something. Is Claypool signed through this year?
I haven't seen anything on Claypool's contract, but I think he's got 1 year left.
Yeah, because if you got Mooney and Claypool, you got decent receivers. Work on the trenches. Get some playmakers. I was mad that they got rid of Roquan Smith, but I understand they didn't want to pay him. That's what it came down to. But that was a young stud. I can see the Khalil Mack stuff and the other guy. Who was the other guy? Who was the other linebacker, Jeff? That I think they got rid of him to like the Lions or somebody. But he was a little older.
Well, Khalil Mack went to the Chargers.
Right.
Roquan Smith went to the Ravens.
No, but there was another guy that's really good that went to the Rams and Cowboys.
Randy Travion used to, they cut him.
Yeah, there was another guy they had. I can't get his name.
Floyd went to the Rams 2 years earlier.
No, it wasn't Floyd. It's another guy, but it's all right. I can't remember his name, but put it like this. Roquan Smith cried when they got rid of him. He cried, and then he ended up leaving also. But anyway, quick, Jeff.
It was a defensive lineman. It wasn't a linebacker. It was a guy.
Lineman / linebacker. He played both. He
played with the Rams
and Cowboys.
And the Rams, the Cowboys. That's why he cried. Okay, is that guy right there? I got traded to Philly.
Yeah, but I can't get his name right now. But all right. So real quick, and I know you wanted to touch up on it. You got 2 minutes, so we're gonna do a minute each. Kansas City, what they have to do to win?
Kansas City, this game here, they're going to take Kelsey away from you because they're going to make Patrick prove he can throw the ball down the field. So the key is going to be the big uglies up front. Can they drive that defensive line from Cincinnati back and allow the Chiefs to run the ball? The Chiefs need to run the ball effectively, well over 100 yards, I think 150 to win this game. Ball control, move the chains. Don't put Patrick in harm's way. Okay, maybe you go a little play action this game, less rollouts, but you've got to be able to run the ball and make all that happen.
Right. Is his ankle going to be a problem for this game, Jeff?
Put it this way, I all week long, I've said for weeks, and I don't know if anybody knows it, but I've said for weeks the Bengals are the best team in football. Okay,
yeah, I can second that. Although you jumped off that bandwagon for whatever reason.
I haven't jumped off the bandwagon. I haven't jumped off them saying they're the best team.
Okay.
But they made a mistake here. I can't see Kansas City losing 2 games, AFC title games in a row at home against this team, especially these young bucks running their mouth. I think that Kansas City comes in here and you get a Michael Jordan Game 6 Utah performance out of Maholmes, and the Chiefs win this game. And they win it handily.
They're going to have to. Because I'm telling you right now, if I'm watching the game, whether in the casino or at home, and I see fourth quarter, 3-point game, you best to believe I'm going to put some money on the live on Cincinnati. And don't let them give me 3.5 because I'm going to pound it. Because you already know they're either going to win the game or lose by 3. I think KC has to score often and keep their foot on the pedal. Real quick, 1 minute left before I get my free plays. Same thing, Eagles and the Niners. Real quick, 1 minute, then we got to hang up.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen here. the key to this game, this is going to be an offensive shootout here, because Philadelphia, to get their will in this game, have got to throw the football early and often.
Right.
Okay? They need to get to the lead to force Purdy to beat them. So you're going to see
That's a great game plan. Great game plan. Cowboys try that.
Philadelphia's going to come out, and the difference is Philly's got the weapons to do it. And I expect Philly to jump off to a big lead, and it's going to come down to, can Purdy come back? And like I stated earlier on your text, rookie quarterbacks are 0-4 in championship games, and it's been ugly.
Right.
I'll also say, and this is the one thing I realized this week, Philadelphia as a team has 75 sacks. That's 6 sacks less than the 85 Bears. That's how good that defense has been getting after the quarterback. So I'll tell you what.
Why it don't seem like they're as good as the Bears or the Baltimore Ravens that bring that defense, or the Purple People Eaters? Why I don't get that feeling on this team? Can you explain that?
Well, it's simple, Al. They didn't do a Super Bowl shuffle. I mean, the Bears made it known who they are.
Right.
This team's been quiet on who they are.
Right.
You know, but they've been equally effective. So
all right,
if they execute that game plan with that pass rush, it's game over San Francisco.
Well, Frisco, like my man Dog Catcher said, they got to get up early. They get up early, they have a hell of a chance with that defense. But if they get down, let's say if they get down 10-zip in the first quarter, oh baby, it's going to be a lot of issues
Philly's
for the Niners.
A quick starter. San Fran's a slow starter. Okay, San Fran's been the second half team, shutting teams down and then rolling up.
Well, they're gonna have to reverse that road, because they see what happened to the Giants 3 straight games. They can't afford to get down those 17-zip shit like that. They can't afford that.
Yeah, I look for Philly to roll early. San Fran, as good as they are, they stay competitive, but in the end, it's just too much for a rookie quarterback to overcome.
Okay, all right. This is Sportsbook Jeff. Real quick, close it out and we out of here.
I'll just close it out with the Sean Payton situation. I know
Can't be 5 minutes, Jeff. 1 minute.
Right. You just mentioned earlier about Steve Wilkes. I'm hearing this. Payton will make his decision by this weekend to go to Arizona. But if he doesn't go to Arizona, it's not Steve Wilkes, but Brian Flores will be the next coach of the Arizona Cardinals if Payton doesn't take the job.
Yo, my boy earlier said that they passing Brian Flores around like he's a blunt. That shit had me laughing. But it is what it is. He's still a decent coach.
He's got a connection with the GM.
A lot of friction with the beef he had and all that. But I think Flores is a good coach, and he should have had his opportunity. Too bad he had to go through what he went through, but he still has a second chance. A lot of people got a second chance. Sportsbook Jeff, have a good one. We're going to get up later. Hit me up later. And
the only thing I say is Kyler Murray, you going to bring your A game, because either one of those two guys, they're going to eat you up and spit you out, dog.
All right, dog. Hey, hold your head, and we're going to holler soon, baby. Sportsbook Jeff in the building, baby. Okay, guys. Time. You know what? Let me get the free picks real quick. I almost forgot that. But at the same time, let me get this over here going. Give me a minute. Okay, free picks, Sportsbook Jeff. We doing 2 picks each. It's only 2 games. Sportsbook Jeff's going to take the Kansas City Chiefs on the money line for the game. He just wants the money line. If it's minus 1.5, 1, whatever, he wants the money line. And his second pick is a player prop bet. He likes Jalen Hurts over 21.5 completions, because what he's figuring is that Frisco is going to, close in on the run, and Hurts is going to do a lot of dinking and dunking, and that could be an easy over if it pans out in that way. My first 2 picks for Sunday's game, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs in the first half money line. So if you get minus 0.5 or even a 1, I think the fact that Cincinnati ran their mouth, and we all know that Cincinnati's a second half team. All the games that they beat the Chiefs, the 3 straight games, they came from behind.
So if we can get that same kind of movie, I love the Chiefs at a pick'em first half. I'm thinking worst case scenario, a tie, you don't lose. That's why you take it money line first half. My second play, 2 teams, 6-point teaser. I want to take the Niners from 2.5. We're going to bring them up to 8.5 so we get more than a touchdown there. I just hope they take the lead. If they take the lead, that comes in easy. If they don't, that could be a problem. And in the second half of that teaser, bring the Bengals down to 41, and we going over 41 with the Bengals and Chiefs. So real quick, the 4 plays, Kansas City Chiefs money line game. Prop bet, Hurts over 21.5 completions. My picks, Chiefs money line first half. And then you got the 2 team 6-point teaser, Niners plus 8.5, the Bengals over 41. Now let me get this going. Give me 1 minute, guys. I should have had this ready, but sometimes I mess up sometimes. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. We're going to start the giveaways. Good luck to everybody, man.
The producer.
Round 3, giveaway 1. Good luck to everybody. Noah Park, I see you, little brother. I see you. Let the best person win. Round 3, giveaway 1, 1 through 20. Let's get it. Feel like I'm on slow motion today. What's going on? Gotta make sure this shit here don't fall, because it's gonna be tragic if this motherfucker fall. Yeah, like I said, guys, ilovemoney.com. See my boy, Kes Warner, a.k.a. the Unquestionable Devil Guard. We got the beanies out for the show if you want them. All gravy, man. And if you're in New York, I highly recommend you want the beanie instead of a hat, because I heard it's really cold out there. Okay, here we go. Giveaway 1. Let me marinate these bad boys. Let's get them, baby. Let's get them, baby. Let the best person win. 1 ball we're looking for, not 2. 2 come out as a no play. 1 full on the floor is a no play. 1 ball out, 1 ball I see, 1 ball I show. That's your winner. Let's get it. All right, here we go. You got a winner. We got a winner. Let me move this back right here real quick. I know you see it. Blue ball right there. Winner for giveaway 1. Number 4. Number 4. That's my man Ghost, baby. Eagle fan. Now he just said I had his colors. Ghost is your winner for giveaway 1, folks. Congratulations to Ghost. Let me try to do this quick. Giveaway 2 coming up. Hold on, let me bring this bad boy back. Salute to the Ghost, baby. I don't know if he left. I know he was watching. All right, don't go nowhere, because I got the summary. Go through everything that we kicked today. Okay, round 3, giveaway 2. Number 4-1 round, giveaway 1, round 3, which is the Ghost, baby. I know I got the Eagles colors. I'm sorry. And, I kind of like the Niners, but it is what it is. 21 through 40, guys. I got this shit on the wrong side, man. Ghost is getting hot. He didn't win in a while. I told him once he breaks the ice again, He'll start winning again as he did. That's the second time in the last 3 weeks for GOATs. And before that, he didn't win in about 6 months. No line, and he play every week. Here we go. Here we go. I think this is the only win you're getting all weekend, baby. Yeah, so you better enjoy this motherfucker. Here we go. Giveaway 2, round 3. Giveaway 2, round 3. Let's get it. Let's get it. Got a winner. I know you see it because I see it, baby. Let me move it back. The winner, giveaway 2, round 3. Number 26. Number 26. Chico Liston, baby. Wow, I ain't say that name in a long time. Chico Liston. I love saying that fucking name. I don't know why. Come back with the summary, don't go nowhere. Let me shut this down real quick. Yeah, another great show. Good work by the dog catcher. Happy birthday to the dog catcher. Took care of the AFC, the NFC, what each team has to do to prevail in these games. Sportsbook Jeff came in, also touched up on that. We also touched up on Choose One and Why. Uncle Drew, Dame Dollars, tough one. You ain't no answers wrong. Both of them is really nice with it. We also touched up Aaron Rodgers, possibilities where he might wind up at. Tom Brady, what the Chicago Bears are going to do with their number 1 pick. They have to do this correctly. If you're the Bears, you do not want to fuck this up. You got rid of all these good boys, man, defensively, like 4 great players. I was mad with the Roquan Smiths because he was young. But you got rid of all these guys to get these draft picks. Now you got draft picks and you got the number 1. If you're a Chicago Bear fan, like Joel is, I know Joel is a big Chicago Bear fan, you got to strike gold with this draft. You cannot get less than jury on this draft. This is it for y'all to change this whole franchise around. You got the number 1 overall with multiple picks. You got your quarterback. So if you're the Bears, this is where you fix your team at, like the Lions have been doing for the last couple years, and that's why the Lions are improving every year. Salute to giveaway 1 winner, number 4, Ghost. Also salute to number 26, Chico Liston. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you enjoy the show. Like I said, if you got anything you might want to ask me, you can inbox me. And I'm just going to give y'all smoke, man. Every time I get on this motherfucker, man, like, I don't know no other way. Like, I really don't. I would never shortchange y'all. And like I said on my message of the day, people, please stop building off of dirt, man. You can't build with dirt. That's why it's dirt. When you pick dirt in the air and you go like that, it evaporates because you can't build with it. You need blocks, concrete, metal. Can't build over dirt. So stop the bullshit, lame shit. You don't need to cheat to move up. You don't need to put people down to move up. Just move up with natural causes. Earn it. Get that money. Earn it. And with that, Al York Sports, the raw truth. Love y'all, man. I love money. My man Kes Warner, a.k.a. the unquestionable devil god. People that want you to win, help you win. Hold your heads.